OBJ for another wide receiver? Bleacher Report does.
Well, listen, I understand what the guy's talent is. I've never seen a season where he hasn't, fabricated these scenarios where he makes it about himself and not about his team. And I'm not saying that's the worst thing in the world. Somebody referred to it as like, death by paper cuts. It's like really small things, but they add up, and there's some fatigue. But every coaching staff I know, Les, is convinced that they're the ones that are going to be able to reach a guy and turn him around. And I would suspect that they're not going to trade him.
No, but
because his value isn't great right now.
And he doesn't do anything bad legally or anything like that. Just paper cuts is what he does. All right, let's see what Bleacher Report has to say about this. They want to trade Odell Beckham to the Raiders or the Las Vegas team. Tyrell-Williams would be who the Browns would get. They'd also get a first-round pick for Odell Beckham.
Listen, maybe because the Raiders are moving.
They need to make a splash.
They want to make that would really fit with their marketing. But I'm surprised to hear that they would give up the #1 pick for Beckham right now, based on the health that he's had over the last few years and the other issues.
Let's take a look at Olivier-Vernon, see what you have right here. What you have is a trade with Tennessee, and Anthony-Firkser would be the man the Browns would get, and a 5th-round pick for defensive end Olivier-Vernon, who makes an awful lot of money.
Yeah. They're not in cap jail right now, so I might be willing to wait and see if he, if he can become the player they thought they were trading for. We heard Andrew Berry say, look, there's not, we're not going to go through this thing where a player was the last regime's guy and not my guy and all that. We're just looking for guys that can play. But depending on what his health is like, that's a big number to carry.
And when they see the money involved, they may change their mind about that. So he did play in 10 games last year for the Cleveland Browns. And now let's take a look at Christian-Kirksey. I would assume he's a man out the door also. Christian-Kirksey, in this trade scenario with the New Orleans Saints, the Browns would receive a 6th-round pick for Kirksey. Now, you would think Kirksey's worth more than a 6th-round pick.
Yeah, it's so hard to figure when some of these deals, I don't understand why some guys are worth 4th-rounders or 5th-rounders and another guy's worth a 2nd. Look at when Mohamed Sanu went to New England, it was for a 2nd-rounder, right?
Yep.
He didn't produce like a 2nd-rounder for them. So it really comes down to how badly a team thinks it needs that, and I'm not sure Kirksey fits anybody's,
now you bring up Sanu.
dire need.
Is it fair to